All right, cool. Let's just ease into it. You had like a small loan of $1 million? No, right?
No, not even. And I'm still going to work my full-time job. I'll just sleep 1 to 2 hours a day. Maybe Soya knows this because he walked in on me and I was sleeping on the couch and he just decided to start working out. Yeah. It's your birthday. Yeah, that's his long gun. But I want to be at the gym early. I want to train a client at 5:30 in the morning and then book my schedule. What really drives you? What really motivates you? What do you want to do? What are you passionate about? Show me. I know myself. I'm not going to be there.
No. Go to your mom's head then. I'm like,
yeah, go to your mom's head.
Not my mom. Wait, so how many businesses have you started?
This would be my 4th.
Were you scared?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, man. Come on. Like...
There are 5 words that every gym bro mutters once in their lifetime. We should open a gym. Right next to me is a man who actually did it. He left his stable job and ventured off into this crazy world called entrepreneurship by opening up a gym, a niche gym that specifically specialized in barbell sports, meaning powerlifting, Olympic weightlifting, or CrossFit. Folks, please help me welcome my good friend, my kuya, Maku Adelante. Yeah, so what's changed since you've opened up the new facility? Like obviously you started from like a smaller facility that like had like two combo racks. No, 3.
Not even. I think we started with 0.
Okay, so yeah, let's start with that. Let's start with like, what was the first location like for people that don't know what Adelante looked like when you first opened up?
So the original location had only 2 power racks, 2 of the West Side bench racks, a rig that we thought was going to be utilized very often ended up not and still there, and a makeshift deadlift platform with the Rogue, what do you call that? Frame for it. And then we had only dumbbells up to 50, kettlebells from 5 to only, I think 80, and a rower at a GHD machine, the regular pound plates, kilo bumper plates, because I was into weightlifting at the time.
Yeah.
CrossFit.
Yeah.
And that was it. It was really bare bones.
But it's funny. I laugh because there's a few things that crossed my mind as you were mentioning some of those things. Some of those things, it was like, damn, that seemed like such a good idea at the time. And now looking back, and like I used some of those things too, because I was there with you thinking to myself, yeah, you got this like Rogue frame where I could like put bands and deadlift on it. And I did that for a while. Yeah, I never used it again.
I never used it again. Nobody used the pegs, even at the new place. Let me say even at the new place, right?
Yeah.
We had requests to put the band pegs on one of the platforms, and now it's just we have plywood and rubber, and then that's our deadlift platform. Yeah. And I go, how are we going to do this? So Evan, our general manager there, he figured it out, and he goes, I'm not doing that for all of them because this was a pain to do.
What do you do?
The way he bolted it on, I got it, but it almost made it damn near impossible to replicate that again and get the right screw and make sure that it holds.
Okay.
He goes, yeah, never again. And then once he did it, literally maybe one person used it out of the 100 people or so that requested it. And even the main person that kept bugging about it, kept asking about it, I don't even see use it. So now it's just a tripping hazard at that point.
Oh gosh, that's funny. That's actually really funny. It's like, in hindsight, I guess so. The way I'm thinking about things is more so like an opportunity cost, because you started off with the gym. You had like a small loan of $1 million. Right?
Oh, not even. I liquidated my previous job. If nobody has heard the story yet.
How did you open up a gym with such good equipment? Even though like we may not have used equipment as much as you would like, it was still quality equipment. Yeah, it was very expensive equipment. How did you open up the shop with that?
So I had a full-time job prior, and I always had the idea of trying to open up a gym, but wasn't sure to go about it, like how to. And then I just go back to my business class where all we did was write business plans. I could write one in my sleep type, just like a book. And then I go, why am I not implementing that skill and then stuck at this 9 to 5 that I don't even like, that I'm not probably getting paid nearly the amount of work that I'm doing. Like, I'm not getting compensated for this.
Yeah.
And long story short, with that, I was like breaking out, gaining weight, losing weight, sporadically losing sleep. Then I was like, fuck this. I'm going to do it. Right. So then in that 2-year time, in that position as the director or facility administrator or what have you, I just saved up, stacked up, maxed out 401k, IRA, Roth IRA. And then I took all that out because I realized that if you do pull that and put it into a small business account, there's little to no tax implications on it.
Okay.
I'm not a CPA, so don't take that advice. But I didn't realize it, and I go, oh shoot, they're not asking for anything. I put it somewhere. And then I just stumbled upon a location. I said, all right, pull the trigger. Wasn't even on the market. It was just passing by in my neighborhood. And then doing a lot of the legwork beforehand, it was getting frustrating because negotiating dollar per square foot. Where is it located? How do we get about it? How do we get to Main Street? Is it off Parkway? Is it off 78, 22? How easy is it to commute? These are all things that I thought about. I go, how's the surrounding environment? You know, granted, the original location probably wasn't the best location, but it's something that was affordable, doable. And with everything I pulled out and even liquidated most of my portfolio too, maybe half, I was like, all right, we have operating expenses for the year. I could put the down payment for beginning and first and last month's rent, and then the security deposit, and then equipment. I go, okay, there's 85 grand. Do I do it? Fuck it, do it. And then I go, I don't think I could still sustain opening it up and not working. So I went back to becoming a hemodialysis technician, you know, because the hours were better for me. I could work early, like 4:30 in the morning till about 6 or 7. And then I have time to go work at the gym, go work on the gym actually from October to December, and then open in January. So it was just a grind early on, like painting.
That's insane. That's insane. You basically left just a very stable job that was making good money, and you decided to follow your instinct. You followed your desire to open up this gym. Were you scared?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Come on, like when it came down to a deadline and getting the flooring in and actually seeing the funds being spent and invested into the business, and then still having to go to work and realizing that the dollars you were getting paid at work, well, going back as a tech, I'm not going to recoup this money for at least 5 years. In my head, any business would think that, you know, you don't make money until 2 to 5 years. Mm-hmm. So then I didn't get really scared up until the first quarter, because I'm a numbers guy. I see it and I go, okay, cool. I'm going to invest 85 grand, put that away, operating expenses and whatnot. And I'm still going to work my full-time job. I'll just sleep 1 to 2 hours a day. Yeah. Not too many people knew that. Or actually, maybe Soya knows this because he walked in on me and I was sleeping on the couch. Yeah. And he just decided to start working out. I was like, I guess we'll start working out. And I wake up.
So you walked in.
He just walks in and starts working out.
The physical therapist is working with you now. Yeah. You're napping on the couch.
Yeah, because I came from a 15-hour shift and I go, I got to open up the gym at 5 a.m.
Sheesh.
I mean, granted, there was maybe one person that came in at 5:30, and then nobody up until maybe 7 or 8.
So what was driving you during this time? Like, what was it? Were you thinking to yourself, man, I want shiny Lamborghinis and I want that? Because most people, when they want that, they probably go into like, I don't know, they would probably stay where you were at. You were making good money, you know? Mm. But you said, no, I want to open up my own gym. Mm. I want to be my own boss. I want to have meaning in my life. What was motivating you to do that when it was just, the signs weren't there that were showing that this was a sprouting business? What was motivating you through that?
I just wanted freedom of my time. And if I knew if I put the work in early, it'll come back to me somehow. And I have no one to blame for it except myself.
Damn. Right? So you really went with nothing but faith and a dream.
I would say faith.
You had faith. You had faith that you were going to be free. Faith. You were going to be free one day.
One day.
One day.
Still not.
Would you consider yourself free right now?
I mean, I could come over in the middle of the day and do a podcast.
Exactly.
Not yet.
That's
not
good,
1000%.
Yeah.
Not yet. But I don't think we'll ever even get to that point.
Yeah.
All right. Because if you open a business, that's your baby.
Yeah.
So I don't think freedom to me is being able to do what you want to do when you want to do it with only the limitation. Well, I can say limitation. Like, I want to be at the gym early. I want to train a client at 5:30 in the morning and then book my schedule. I want to take a break at 10 o'clock, right? But what's the trade-off? I'll pay somebody to be there, or I'll pay somebody to do this. So I guess in a sense, yeah, I am free because you have the tools, or I always see money as a tool to get you to that point, right? What's the point of hoarding it?
Yeah. As opposed to like when you were working as a you said facilities director?
Yeah.
And you have to be there at 9 a.m. whether you want to or not.
Even overtime.
Even overtime.
Overtime, over the weekend.
Yeah.
I remember grinding out a full 3 months. It was during the summertime, just said, fuck it to summertime.
Yeah.
Because I had to get the unit open over at Palisades Medical Center. And that was the worst time of my life. I think the time that I put in wasn't anywhere near my salary. I probably should have been paid my salary within those 3 months.
Gotcha.
Of work, because it was like 80 to 100 hours a week for sure.
So I guess you have like that mentality that like if it's up to me, if it's meant to be, it's up to me.
Yeah.
Like, and that's very true. Like that's very sincere way of putting your self-worth is rather than complaining about it and complaining about your job and complaining about your boss, why they're not paying you more. You're like, yeah, I'm just going to go get it. I'm going to go make my money.
Yeah.
Okay. I love that.
Just like when I told you, well, I didn't tell you to just get up and leave. And, just having that conversation with you, what really drives you? What really motivates you? What do you want to do? What are you passionate about?
I agree with you in that it's the meaning, when you are working with somebody. So what I was doing before is I was working an office job. And like that was cool and all. It was nice. The people there were nice. But what I really enjoyed was when I helped somebody lose 20, 30, 40 pounds and their confidence went up. I thought that was like, okay, that was cool. Yeah, that's great. And then we did it again. And, every time it just seemed as if, I guess for lack of a better word, I had meaning. I had a meaning. I helped somebody else.
You felt fulfilled.
I felt fulfilled. Yeah, I felt very fulfilled by that. And I guess that's what I chase after is trying to help others become better versions of themselves, even if they don't know how to, because it's really not that hard. It's pretty simple. It's pretty easy. And if I can do it, anybody else can do it. That's my attitude about it. So that's really what's motivating me. And I think secondly to that, I agree with you, is the freedom, the freedom to say, I want to do this now, so I'm going to do this now. Now, obviously there's going to be an opportunity cost with everything that you do, but you're choosing which one is worth more to you. And that's a pretty fair trade-off to me.
Yeah. You don't want to feel like you don't have a choice. I hear that very often.
Yes.
Some people, I don't have a choice. You always do have a choice.
Yeah.
It's just that this one makes more sense to you.
Yeah. Yeah. And that could be for a lot of reasons. It could be because you're conditioned that way,
right?
That you only think in that manner, or life could be good. And it's just like, I don't want to put myself back like a few years.
Yeah.
Because life is good right now, And it's like, I get it. You got food in your fridge. Yep. You come home, you have a nice quiet evening, and I get it. But sometimes I live for that, like, damn, I got to get this done by like tomorrow, even if it means I stay up all night, 3 a.m. and I got to get it done. I don't know. I live for that like anxiety a little bit too.
Yeah. No, I noticed that about you, knowing you through the years. You work well with your back against the wall.
Yeah,
if you're
weird.
Between a rock and a hard place, I don't know what it is, but it's like gun to your head. Would you do it? Yeah. Remember the same thing I was saying. If your mom was in the trunk, right?
Yeah.
You had to be here at 5 a.m. and the only way she was going to live and not have you drive the car to the
wait, rephrase it the way you said it to me the first time, remember?
Was it?
Do you remember?
If your mom was in the trunk.
No, you said. gun to your head.
Go to your head.
And somebody says, "Yeah, you got to be here at the gym at 6 a.m."
6 a.m.
What would I do? I was like,
Just shoot,
just pull it.
shoot me. I know myself. I'm not going to be there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be there. And then you're like, no, go to your mom's head. Then I'm like,
Yeah, go
fuck,
to your
not my
mom's
mom,
head.
not my mom.
See, that's crazy because external motivators, I mean, motivation waivers, but external motivators or reasons are probably a lot stronger than for ourselves. You know, we think of ourselves as self-preserving.
Yeah.
But when it comes to, I need to do this for somebody else because I care about them and I love them and I don't want them to die.
Yeah.
That's way more profound than saying, oh, because I want to take care of myself. I don't know why. And even like, I'll go back on my phone.
You see it in the way that you run your business, you know, because
You think so?
yeah, I mean, you've, one of the things that's well known said at ABC is Ohana, you know, family. After every meet that we've been, there's like multiple meets that have been hosted at Adelante Barber Club. And at the end of it, it's always like, hey guys, gathering for like a family picture.
Yeah.
And even though the faces change every time, it's still like the energy and the aura that you bring in of like, at the end of the day, this is why we're still open, is because of you guys. And I'm grateful for every one of you for contributing not only to the overhead, but also like the community, you know, because you bring me meaning, you bring me, because it's like this didn't exist in 2017. In 2018, it didn't exist then. And even today, I would say it still doesn't exist, where like you go, you meet people, you hang out with people, you become friends. You might eventually like go out to drinks as a group on a Saturday night. And like I think of Jeremy. Jeremy came from Chicago and he came to Adelante. And then after a long time, after a few months, like he became quickly acclimated with the area. I'm sorry, with the people there. And then he's out to drinks. He's got friends. He's got his group, you know. And it's cool because it's like, dude, he came from Chicago. You know, you didn't know anybody here.
We welcomed him with open arms.
Welcomed him with open arms.
He actually brought his mom.
Did he?
I remember that first day.
I remember we went to Cast Iron, and he was it's a Korean barbecue grill.
I didn't realize he was vegan, vegetarian. I was like, oh man, and he still came.
And he still came. And you know, I think to myself, like for example, like me, you know, with what I'm doing, that started at Adelante.
Oh, actually,
that started at Adelante. You let me train people at Adelante.
Yeah.
You let me train people at Adelante. You weren't really. You know, other gym owners might have been like, all right, if you want to do personal training, you got to work here as a personal trainer.
Yeah, no.
No, you let me start out there. I was like, damn, dude, I've got it good.
Just like with any lending hand, right? Even when Soy started there too, I go, dude, you don't have to pay me rent. I'm like, I want you to get up and running. And when you feel you're comfortable or you're good, then we'll figure that out later.
Yeah. You've always been like that, man. You've always been like that, where it's just like selfless.
Yeah. Other people might think different, but whatever.
Hey, everybody, you know, everybody's got an asshole.
But yeah, I always like helping people out, and that's what I was trying to get to on my phone here. I was going to show you, and this has been on my phone for forever. Who benefits? And there's only literally one name there. It's Nini. Like after meeting her, and I just realized, I go, damn, I'm gonna do this for her because she's helped me out so much. And I don't know why, I just want to do better, improve myself, be better all day, every day. You know. Where'd you
grow up, bro?
Me?
Yeah, where'd you grow up?
I was born in the Philippines, but I came here young, and then I grew up in Irvington. And then moved to Union, which wasn't too far from Irvington. It was literally maybe a block down.
So describe Irvington for the audience that does not know what Irvington was like in circa 1990.
It was a nice place. It was nice. I'm fine. I mean, when you don't know what's going on, I mean, I think it's fine. You know, you just kind of had to be home or with your other friends when it got dark. You know, we'd play on one street, Hennessy Place. And then when it got really dark, we just went to the backyard or inside the house. We didn't know why.
Okay.
But they were like, you just got to go inside the house. Or okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, because there's no light to play. Like, oh, the street lights aren't bright enough, so I can't see the ball. That's what we thought. We're very naive to that. But then come to kind of think of it, I saw why, you know, immigrant parents would say, don't be on the street late at night. Because they go through it.
Yeah.
They see it.
Yeah.
And they're just looking out for our safety because they know we're naive.
Yeah.
We'll run up to the ice cream truck, not even thinking twice about it.
What would happen at the ice cream?
Oh, nothing really. If there was a group of us, it'd be like, we just never go alone. That's all we were taught too. Just don't go by yourself. Or if it's not the ice cream truck, don't go to that car. Like, you know, who's trying to jack a fat Asian kid? Yeah, it was weird. But I didn't really think much of it.
Yeah.
Definitely, I wouldn't even say rough, because if you never perceived it that way at a young age, then I think it's fine. Even driving through those streets, I think it's fine.
That's deep. Yeah, that's deep. It's like you don't really think it's rough until somebody else told you that was rough, and you're like, was it really? I didn't know, because
Didn't realize.
you just were going through it.
It was just home.
Yeah, you're just home.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Living right across the bodega, it was home.
Yeah, it was just a normal thing to do.
Yeah.
You get those Sour Patches for 10 cents.
The handful, you get what you want.
Yeah.
10 cents, yeah.
Like that's those are good days.
Yeah.
The little hugs too.
The Huggies, yeah.
The Huggies. 25 cents.
Best drinks out there.
Oh, so delicious.
And a little ice pops.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So what's next for Adelante Barbell Club? What do you have planned?
We actually will be opening up our own Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu studio.
Okay.
In partnership with Rolling Bear. Excuse me. Lydia Coleman will be our head instructor. She's a black belt. She just competed at Worlds.
Nice.
She's badass.
Nice. That means she could kill us.
Most likely. Yeah.
Dang. Okay, that's awesome.
She
That's
could
super
incapacitate your arms and your legs.
Yeah.
And then you're dead.
So she's gonna be running her own studio there.
So we're not allowed to sublease.
Okay.
So the way we have the agreement is, hey, you could attach your name to it and say at Adelante.
See, more selflessness.
Right.
More selflessness. Guy.
Because if I were to do that, then our lease goes bye-bye. Right. So it's still under I opened up a new LLC instead of Adelante Fitness, it's now called Ohana is Massive.
Ooh.
And that's kind of like
OIM.
play on things. Yeah.
Okay.
On OIM. It's a play on my other business that I started way back when, which not too many remember. Massive Clothing.
Wait, so how many businesses have you started?
This would be my fourth.
Fourth business?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
So it's just in you. Like you just had no choice.
That's what my dad said the other
Like you
day
just
too.
have no choice. It's just predestined for you to just run.
He said you just never like listening to a boss. You never like listening to other people. Well, I listen in a way of, oh, it's going to make me better, I'll listen to them. But if it's telling me what to do with my time, I don't know what it is. I have an urge to say no. I'm going to do something else, even though it'd be bad for me. Like, it'd be bad.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's like something in me.
I think somebody called that a opposition defiance disorder.
Opposition defiance.
Yeah, where it's like if your mom told you like as you're taking out the trash, your mom tells you to take out the trash, all of a sudden you don't want to take out the trash
no more. I was already taking out. Okay, now that you said that, I'm not gonna do it. Oh, wash the dishes. I was already gonna do it.
But you know what? Not gonna do it no more.
Do it.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, it was like that.
Yeah. I feel you on that. It's just something new. You gotta always be working on like some new projects.
Yeah.
So now you got this Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu stuff.
Yeah.
You got any other projects that you're thinking about?
Just more. Yeah, there's more that we have in store.
Just launched this clothing, this new drop.
The polar bear, yeah. That goes
Shameless plug.
way back.
Why the polar bear?
Thing. No, I grew up on that polar bear. And even then a part of my life just trying to get whatever I could that was polo. You know, you felt kind of cool wearing polo. And then even then my mom would come back with some stuff from the polo outlet, you know, that nobody really knew about, or Tommy Hilfiger stuff. And I'd wear
so that's so beautiful. It's kind of like a play on your past and as well as your future.
Yeah, it was retro before it was retro. And then I cringe, but I get it. And I love to see it, the trend coming back. They're wearing baggy clothing, the nice clothing. This is how hoodies were worn like back then. The tight stuff wasn't really my thing ever.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Like the oversized tees.
Yeah, and they're wearing that now. They think that's a new thing. I go, nah,
that was Soulja Boy been doing that.
I've been doing that.
Yeah.
Been doing that. Like, okay, cool. Or like the socks tucked over the sweatpants so you don't get that air coming in.
Okay.
Yeah, so you don't feel that breeze. Oh.
Yeah, I saw people do that. I was like, damn, that's kind of cool. I think I'm going to start doing that too.
And then they make it a fashion style. Like, okay, but you don't go back to realizing why we did that. to keep the breeze out.
Well, everything repeats. Everything repeats.
Yeah.
But
Sometimes your pants would be too small for you and it'd be high water, so you cover that. That's it. Or you're hiding money in there. So
yeah, I think that's it, man. Thank you for coming out. I appreciate you hopping on the pod. Folks, if people want to reach out to you, if people want to contact you, how are they going to contact you? How can they contact you?
they could DM me.
DM you.
Kuna Matata.
Makuna Matata, spell that out for the people that don't know what it's like.
Would I be able to spell it phonetically? And then whoever figures it out, they can DM me.
Go ahead, do it.
I forgot what A was. Okay, got it. Mike Alpha Kilo Uniform _ November.
Nebula? Oh,
no, November.
Okay.
November Alpha _ Mike Alpha Tango Alpha. So that's Mike Alpha Kilo Uniform _ November Alpha _ Mike Alpha Tango Alpha. That's how I used to say my last name too. And I spelled it because I hated it telling it over the phone. Oh, spell your last name. I go, you're going to mess it up, but can I spell it phonetically? And the rest of the world knows the phonetic alphabet for some reason, except America, which they're American words. Alpha Delta Echo Lima Alpha November Tango Echo. See, that rolls off my tongue faster because I had to repeat that. That's my last name. Alpha Delta Echo Lima Alpha November Tango Echo. Yeah, see?
Adelante.
Adelante.
I love that that's your last name too. I love that. Adelante. Siempre para adelante, nunca para atrás.
Nunca
Always
para atrás.
forward, never backwards.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know that either.
No.
But that's the meaning. The whole point. It's just so happens to be my last name, but the whole point was to be forward.
A forward thinker. Yeah. I thought it was like, I thought you did that intentionally. I was like, oh, that's a cool name for a gym. Like, come walk in and I see a Filipino owner. I'm like, oh, do you speak Spanish? ¿Tú hablas español?
Sí. ¿Cómo se dice? ¿Dónde está el baño?
Oh, but that's excellent, man. But again, thank you for hopping on.
Yeah, no problem.
It's a pleasure. Folks, if you want to contact us, we are at Adaptations __. Mine is at Jorge.adapt. That's Instagram handles. Or go visit www.teamadaptations.com. I'm going to get that.
Oh, I like that.
I'm going to keep that good one.